So this cute little guy, his name is Rango, and he's boarding. He's just staying over Christmas with us. Um, but he's got some. There's a mat so big here, it's like twice the size of his ear. It is enormous. Here's his little ear up here. This whole thing here is all a giant mat. The other side has got a little bit of matting, but not nearly as bad as that. And so you got mats back here on his back. I don't see that very often. You know you're in rough shape when you got mats on your back. And there's some going all the way down his back. I'm sure his rump is pretty bad too. And he's got some really nasty stuff hanging off of his armpits down here. So I haven't worked with him before. I'm hoping he'll at least let me cut these mats out of him. And if he's comfortable with it, we'll probably just go ahead and do a full groom, get him brushed out, give him a nice bath, clean him up. How's that sound, bud? He's pretty scared. He willingly got up on the table, which was nice, but he's a little scared. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna just start easily, start light, see how he reacts to the clipper, and just take off these little mats on his chest here that aren't as scary as dealing with around his ear. Yeah, that's just a mat. There's a much larger one here. A mat chunk. That's a good job, Ringo. Yeah, good job, bud. Those out. Yes. We're gonna make sure you go home in better shape than you came in. All right, he seems okay with those mats I clipped off his chest, so I'm gonna start working on this ear here. He's got some little ones and then the big monster one there. There's... Okay, buddy, you're doing good. This mat is so big that this little clipper is hardly doing anything. I'm gonna have to go to my wall clipper and get my 5-in-1 out. Hopefully this louder clipper, he's gonna be okay with this, bud. We're just gonna take a little at a time. Okay, buddy? Just a little bit at a time. Okay. Okay, buddy. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, buddy. It's kind of scary sound, huh? Let's grab this other mat here. Thanks, bud. Thank you. There's a little one. You doing okay, buddy? Good job, bud. Good job. Good job, buddy. There we go. Starting to get some of this big monster off of there. Yeah, I know. I can see your skin there. Yeah. Oh, that's going to feel a lot better. Okay, buddy. Whew. Look at the size of that thing behind his ear. That's twice the size of his ear. Poor guy. That's what we got so far for mats. On my 5-in-1, I'm not all the way down to the 40 blade or whatever. I was about halfway there. I think I'm at like a 15 blade that's getting these mats out. You know what? He's not moving. He's doing really good. So at least there's that, buddy. Be curious to see if he lets me work on his feet. Your feet look really cute, bud. You don't have overgrown hair on your feet or anything. I figured your feet hairs would be grown out really good. But they don't look bad. His nails don't look that bad either. But maybe he runs around enough that he keeps them ground down himself. Just everywhere I feel just really rough chunks of mat hiding in his coat. All right, bud. Yeah. Okay, let's check out the other side here. It's a good boy. It's okay, Mr. Rango. Yeah. Just gonna look at this side. How you doing, buddy? You all right? Okay. This here is not so bad. Not as bad, but you do have some matting in there. So let's get this this big chunk out of here, okay? You ready, bud? There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Big chunk. It's a good boy, Rango. Yeah, he's a good boy. You feeling a little better already? Gotta be. Feeling a little bit better. Just one of the many ones on his back. Just a big chunk of matted fur back here. There's probably a dozen of those spots all along his back here. We'll take out what we can. We'll do a little brushing. And if he lets us, I think we'll go ahead and give him a bath because we got nothing going on today. Now he's got a sister named Gracie back there who also they want groomed if we have time. She's easily double or triple his size. She doesn't look nearly as bad. I don't see a bunch of mats on her. So if I only can get to Rango today, I think that would be good. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. Your back is in bad shape. Very bad shape. Now, he's got some long hairs in between his little toe beans that I'll probably trim back. Other than that, I probably won't have to do much to his feet. His feet are in good shape. Nice little pile we got going so far. Some brushed out hair and some big old mats. We'll see how he does with this. He's got this padded strap on him so that he stays stood up, and I can try to work on that back side of his. There is a lot of mats and debris back here. Is that all tail, buddy? Look at that big tail, and I didn't even know you had a big tail. Look at that thing. It's such a mess back here. I mean, if I sit here and work at it, some of these stringy things will pull out and maybe break apart, but I don't know that I want to put them through that. I don't want to sit here and brush on them for the next hour trying to brush out these mats. I'm just going to cut these things out. Cut them off instead. Some of these things are hanging way far from his fur. You got like twisted up hair that's like a solid inch from his skin, so it's easy to go in and cut it and still have plenty of good hair close to the body remaining. All this stuff, I'm just cutting this out. He's gonna be in better shape than when he came in. That's all that matters. We'll do our best to make you look good though, Rango. What, you figured out how to sit down even with the belly strap, huh? Can you sit up for me? Or did this thing loosen up on us? It kind of did, didn't it? Let's lift this up a little more there. Just like that, okay? That's a good boy. This nasty thing over here. There, that came out. It smells like pee back here too. Yeah. That's okay, buddy. Oh my gosh, I feel a really nasty mat right there, buddy. I'm gonna grab that. Okay. There we go. Look at that thing. Ugh. Looks like a dead mouse. Okay. Rango, you're doing really awesome, I gotta say. for someone who was so skittish, so scared. I mean, I was able to get him to convince him to come up on the table without having to lift him onto the table. But right before he got on the table, he was cowering in between my legs and just didn't want to go anywhere. He's kind of a little scaredy cat. He wanted to go back in the back to be with his sister. Yeah, buddy. You're doing good, bud. You handsome. You handsome boy. We got a lot of those. The main mats out. The biggest concern were those big monsters behind his ears. He's good to go there. Feel pretty good behind your ears there, buddy, huh? Well, Rango actually, hi, sweetie. She actually did quite well with the blow dryer. So, first things first, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a 3/4, if she lets me. I'm just going to go over her ears in the back of her head with this 3/4. All right, sweetie. I know it's a little loud. I'm not pushing all the way down. I'm just kind of going lightly over her. Kind of doing the airplane effect towards the back. Kind of taking off, pulling away from her to help blend it. But there's definitely just some wild long hairs behind her ears where the mats were taken out, and there's just random long hairs. It just looks strange. I'd rather shorten it all up a little so it doesn't look so messy. Okay, sweetie, up. There you go. Stay. That's a good girl. You get up, Rango? Okay. So her tail is just kind of hiding in here. And we'll pull that in even tighter. Just get that out of the way. Again, I got my 3/4 comb, and I'm not pushing the comb all the way down to the skin. I'm just grazing over this. Just to get those wild hairs out. Okay. Now, lift her tail up. Get a little more of this sanitary area cleaned out for her. Hopefully my fat head's not in the way there. There we go. For how matted and nasty parts of her body were, her sanitary area was surprisingly clean. Okay, you get up again, Rango. Just take a look, make sure both sides look kind of even. Do you want to face the camera? Huh? Hi. You're right, we're probably about done back there, aren't we? Oh, you're done back there. How's your face looking? You're a couple wild hairs. I think you're cute though, buddy. I'm sure these ears are... The things coming off her ears, make sure it's looking the same on both sides. Just got a couple wild hairs coming off this ear still. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to take a 3/4 to the front of her chest real quick there too. And we got Rango all cleaned up. Look at this pretty girl. Yeah. Is she perfect? Well, I mean, look at that face. She kind of is, isn't she? We brushed her out. We removed all the mats. You get a close-up, you can see on her ear, there's a kind of shaved spot. That's just how it is, you know. Pretty nasty mats she came with on her ears. She had a few random mats throughout her back, some mats on her back butt, some mats up in her armpits here. All the mats are gone. I lightly went over most of her body with a 3/4 inch, just kind of taking off wild hairs and trying to even things out a bit. Did 3/4 all around her head, her ears, because it was so misshapen looking up here after those mats were cut out. But she looks pretty good. Yeah.